Mm.
Welcome
Hello.
back to stream. We're playing the good old Human Spirit Agency tonight. Right. So, Dad, do you need a quick recap? Because I realized we didn't talk about this shit at all. What?
Please.
Did you? We started stream and then you walk away. What?
Well, I had to go put my plate up. I had food.
Well,
It's
why?
important.
We should have put it up sooner. Oh my god!
I thought we had more time.
My
And so,
mic went full. I might need to turn myself down a bit. I I saw the bar turn full fucking red, which I've never seen before for the mic. Holy shit.
it didn't sound too loud to me, but I don't know what the stream sound.
Stream's a little different. Okay. Sorry, did you want to recap? I zoned out.
Yes, please. Always.
Okay. So last time we were trying to investigate about the case 1 year ago where Maribel went where Renko went missing, and also that Tengu was murdered. We were exploring it last time. We got caught by a bunch of patrol Tengu because Aya was slacking, and now we have 1 day to solve the case to make it so that we can be set free out of jail. Otherwise, we get put in the slammer.
Right, and Renko is. I mean, and Momiji. Let's see, who was the one? Okay, and so Mary allowed the freedom of whatchamacallit, so that she could go do the investigating
of Yomu.
Yeah, because Mary is apparently really loved by that other chick, the
Yukari.
The Yukari. So I don't know why.
Yeah,
I guess that's part of the mystery.
It's part of the
yeah.
lore.
Yeah, like what is the dealio with Yukari and Mary? Don't know.
Nah.
So, and we're still missing, and whatchamacallit's still missing. What's her name?
Renko.
Renko's still missing.
Yep.
So.
Alright, so I was Momiji.
Alright.
No.
Yes.
Even though that's true, even if you did get pushed, you must have tripped after pushing the Tengu, because that's how that shit works.
Wow.
I'm not even fucking entertaining this. What?
Yeah.
What's so wrong about what I said? Momiji-san.
I believe that's you as well.
Yes. First of all, I was pushed towards the back of the bookshelf to my right. How did I push the Tengu in front of me and then end up at the bookshelf behind me? It's like, well, you see, it's just a simple matter of bumper cars.
Yes, exactly. Haven't you ever played pinball? You go ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
They probably actually haven't played pinball ever.
No, they haven't. Also, tripping in the dark would result in a pretty nasty fall. Do you seriously think I could have gotten out unscathed? Your face? It looks wrinkly. That's because you're getting on my nerves. Stop looking at me like that.
Like I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Yes, you are. It's like, just because I am, you don't have to, doesn't mean you have to do it. Anyways, our suspicion should be cleared now, right? Now we should be thinking about other suspects. That's you.
One moment, my dear.
What is it?
Oh, no. Oh, little Yomu, dear. Bullying the weak with evidence full of holes like that is so very unbecoming of you.
What are you trying to say?
I'll list it out for you. First of all, you say someone pushed you right shoulder. This is backed up by what evidence?
Yes, they pushed me right shoulder. Yes. Yeah, fuck, I didn't think that far.
Those other two with you, Kita Katsura and Mary, is what I believe they're called. You should know you're all suspects at this moment. A suspect's word can't be considered evidence. And no one else saw you being pushed, so witnesses are out of the question. Any physical evidence?
There was a wet handprint on my right shoulder. It was left when I was pushed.
Sure. Is it visible now? Are you able to present this evidence?
Yeah. Arm of fuck.
Ergo, no witness and no evidence. That would be the first issue with your theory. Adding to that, even if you were pushed, can you really be sure the culprit isn't among the four of you?
What? What do you mean?
I heard a couple of things about that Tengu before I came here. At the time, there was a wet handprint on the Tengu's right shoulder, likely left there when she was pushed in the dark. Tell me, little Yomu, wouldn't you know if the Tengu was pushed before you or after you? Would you?
I was pushed right after.
Good, good. In that case, we can determine the route of the culprit took.
Up.
Okay. Up be where it go. There. Now I'm sure you can clearly see where the culprit's starting location was.
Not necessarily true, because it could also be to the right.
In general, they came up that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll agree. They definitely came up that way.
Yeah. What?
Aya Shimarishuru.
Shirauru.
I'm afraid to say you're the only one whose starting location lines up with the culprits.
Huh? You can't mean... did you really push us out of the way and then go back to where the lights were before they turned off again, or before they were turned on again?
Could've.
And before Momiji got to you.
Yes. No, I didn't. I would never.
I do trust you, but...
If you say but, you pretty much take the first sentence and throw it away.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Your own evidence ended up proving the guilt of your own partner? A textbook reversal, wouldn't you say?
Like, I'm not one to get DP'd out of neutral. The heck is going on? The route detected from the order of events is... Wait, what? The route deduced from the order of events is one only Aya could have taken. No, other people could have taken this route too, but Aya is the most suspicious.
As we know in Tokyo, if you're the most suspicious, death.
Yeah, put the cleaver over their neck.
Yes.
According
yes.
no. According to the principle of Gensokyo, we can't shake off the charges. It's literally impossible. Crap. Think, Yomu. If I don't resolve this case today, everyone would... right. Thank you for the help, Seija-san.
Don't mention it. Hope you don't mind me butting in.
Not at all. You did pretty well for having way more experience at this than me.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yomu-san,
don't worry. I can do it. I promise you. No matter what, I'll think of something.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, please don't suspect me.
What I wanted to say was, don't panic, Yomu-san.
Huh?
I know you're very anxious, Yomu-san. Forcing us to do everything in one day is way too unreasonable. I'm aware of all the burdens you carry, Yomu-san. But that's why you need to stay calm. Relax, Yomu-san. I'm sure everything has a solution.
You're the suspect now, you know. Yeah, when has she ever cared?
Yeah, she's so bird brain.
Think about yourself at a time like this. But if even I is telling me that, what am I panicking for? Calm down. There's always been an impatient one. You've always been an impatient one, Yomu. When you're calm, there's nothing you can't do.
Oh yeah, the path of discovery.
Oh, I can already move. I forgot. This is the path of logic.
Oh, whichever. Oh,
You gotta get it right. All right, this is important shit.
Okay, fine, whatever. All right.
During the case, I came from the south entrance and turned off the light switch, causing the library to become pitch black. That was when I heard the sound of a collision. Likely, it was the culprit pushing the Tengu which made that sound. And right after that, I was pushed myself. I fell towards the left, and a wet handprint was left on my shoulder. By the time I could react, the lights had been turned on. Everyone, aside from Omiji-san, who went to subdue Aya, was likely still in their original positions. Only the Tengu was knocked out beside the bookshelf. What stands out the most in this short period of time? The time, the direction, or the people?
The time. She didn't have enough time to get there.
The time. Nope.
Nope.
What stands out the most?
I guess the people.
The people. The people on the scene. Nope.
Oh, okay. I didn't say that. What I meant. What I said was the direction.
Yes.
The direction?
Of course. That's right. The direction we were pushed is worth talking about. At the time, I was pushed standing face to face with the Tengu. Her right shoulder was pushed and she fell towards the west. My right shoulder was pushed and I fell towards the east. No matter how you look at it, the culprit's actions are strange. Why did the culprit push me and the Tengu in different directions? Because it was funny. Across such a short distance. Yeah, exactly. If the culprit had been dashing forward, they should have pushed people towards the same direction. Pushing us in different directions makes no sense.
No, it does. It does if they were trying to get to the left.
To the left. which would suggest the direction the culprit pushed us in could be a major clue. Nice job.
Wow, door open. All right,
we
cool.
did it.
All right, we did it. All right.
Continuing where I left off, the culprit pushed me and the Tengu in different directions. The reason for this may be very important. So let's think about it. In what situation would someone push another person in a specific direction? Pushing an obstacle in a specific direction could only mean the culprit was trying to phase through the object.
Yes, I would say turn.
Turn. Right. The culprit was going to turn themselves in?
No.
When someone pushes something, they too would be pushed back by the force. This force could help one quickly change directions during high speeds. Like yesterday, when I jumped behind that Tengu, I used the corner of my desk to boost my movement speed. And I'm not looking forward to the bill of getting a table repaired.
Not the time, Yomu. Not the time.
Oh, I love it, Searle-san. This is a samurai mech. Yeah, it's basically Yomu. But now isn't time to worry about that. Literally what you were saying.
Yes.
That's the case. The culprit pushed the Tengu towards the left, yet pushed me towards the right. What sort of turn were they preparing to make? By pushing me towards the right, the culprit was going to...
Oh my gosh, turn left, which I said a long time ago.
Yeah, you said a long time ago. That's right. The culprit started by pushing the Tengu towards the left, and yet they pushed me towards the right. That would mean, when the culprit reached my position, they were making a left turn. I've deduced it.
It also would imply that they were coming from the right.
Yes, it would. I'm certain of it. That would explain why me and the Tengu were pushed in different directions. And from this, we can conclude that Aya isn't the culprit. Unless she just pushed us that because she felt like it. But that's not important.
Exactly. Like, go in the dark, push two people, and run back to the light switch. That's what I would do. Yeah, I think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, I see when you make that face, Yoma-san. I know that Seija-san loves best is going to happen. What? What Seija-san loves best? yes.
What Seija-san loves best.
What is an important word that I should say when I'm supposed to?
Well, listen, words we made them up.
There's a lot of words on the screen. I even say words that aren't there, like boo boo boo.
Like baba boo, baba booey.
Really now, consider me intrigued.
Yep. You got one thing wrong, Seija-san. I'm fucking dumb.
Yes. Oh?
The evidence I presented does not condemn my partner, but instead absolves her.
Oh! Do tell.
Fuck. The Tengu's right shoulder had a wet handprint, and my right shoulder also had a handprint, left by the culprit. However, the Tengu and I had been standing face to face. Wait. The Tengu and I had been standing face to face. My right and her right were the exact opposite. Put another way, the culprit pushed the Tengu to the left and pushed me to the right.
Why would the culprit do that? Wouldn't it be easier just to push everyone towards the left?
The culprit pushed the Tengu to the left, yet pushed me towards the right. Meaning, the culprit made a left turn when they passed in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Left?
It's okay, Aya. It's
What?
just...
What is that direction? That's you.
That's correct. The culprit suddenly changed the direction they were pushing in when they reached Yomu. Evidently, the culprit took a turn.
For the worse. A left turn, to be precise, in case you weren't listening. What about it? You still don't get it?
Nope.
The three of us were to the right of the passage. What? Mary and Kitaoji-san were behind the bookshelf to the right. If Aya were the culprit, why would she make a left turn and specifically go to the left? I mean, I thought that was because she couldn't see anything. If that were the case, she could have just retreated back towards the light. But in actuality, the culprit didn't go to the right. Why is this? The culprit even violently pushed me aside. Why would Aya do something that nonsensical if she were the culprit? Well, it was dark. This proves that the culprit consecutively pushing two people has nothing to do with me, Mary, or Kitaoji-san. In that case, Aya has no reason to do such a thing. What? If Aya were the culprit...
It's a little light. It's a little weak. So...
listen, it'll convince Momiji. It'll convince her.
Alright, well...
It won't convince Seija, though. If Aya were the culprit, what exactly was she intending to do? See the sights at the north and, at the north of the library, and then away to... Wait. See the sights at the north of the library, and then away to rest at the south entrance? Well... Seija-san, what do you think?
I think she's right.
Say what?
It's as little Yomu says. The culprit took a left turn. Sounds perfectly fine to me.
But aren't you supposed to be my assistant? Like, come on.
I am. The Date Tengu sent me here to assist you in finding the truth, my dear. And the truth has been laid out right in front of us. What else is there to say?
No way. Do you have any more reason to suspect Aya, Momiji-san? I think it's about time you put your biases aside. I don't care. Who's the culprit then? You're jumping the gun a little bit here. We have at least another hour or two.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa. That's not how this game works,
Yeah.
Momiji.
It's like, have you...
That's just not how it works.
Momiji, have you never played a mystery game before? We gotta build this shit up.
We just spent 15 minutes proving a culprit took a left turn. All right? This is like, give us time.
Yeah. Have some patience.
Oh.
In any case, the fact that you are the most suspicious hasn't changed. According to the principle of Gensokyo, as long as no one more suspicious emerges, you are the culprit. Period.
Yomu-san? If there were ever a time to say something, it's now.
You can't argue against that, can you? Yeah, you're still the most suspicious. I wouldn't be so sure. What? Someone more suspicious, you say? Perhaps we do have someone that fits the bill. Who is it then? Okay, I need to be absolutely sure about this. Now that we know the culprit turned left, a new possibility has emerged.
A new possibility?
Correct. As I said, the culprit pushed me towards the right in order to make a left turn. Then, perhaps we could take it a step further. What's that mean? The culprit pushed me towards the right because they wanted to turn left. Is there anything else we can apply to this reasoning too? Seija-san said the culprit went straight, deducing that the culprit was Aya, who was at the south entrance. By the same logic, if we consider that the culprit took a turn, everything changes. Quit it already. Just tell me who the culprit is. From the fact the culprit took a turn, we can deduce that the culprit is most likely...
Oh my gosh.
I think I know the answer to this, but I don't know if I actually know the answer that they want you to present. Take your best guess.
I mean, I don't remember who anyone was standing there. Who was even there?
Okay, so there was... God, what the fuck?
Aya was there. We know it's not Aya.
Okay.
It wasn't Renko, because she's still missing, right?
Right, you can't see the...
So, it isn't Kita. So, it isn't Mary. It wasn't Momiji, because she would know, so she's... But she is the only one there, so...
Well, so Momiji, Seija, and another Tengu were all at the east entrance, and then I think a Tengu or two were at the south entrance, along with Aya. And then Yomu, Kita, and Mary were all in the middle.
Yodu, Kita, okay. Cheer no.
All right.
No. Send it.
Yeah, you want to say? All right, send it. This. No. But like, come on.
Oh. All right. So
the culprit.
I mean, Momiji would be like, I guess the only one that we could say, right? She was at the south entrance, right?
Momiji was at the east, not the south.
Oh, she was at the east. Who was at the south?
Just two random Tengu and Aya.
Two random Tengu and Aya.
From what I remember, anyway. This is the Tengu who died.
Definitely not her, so...
Yeah, it was her ghost.
I mean, the only one that makes sense would be Momiji.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
I'm not sure if anyone here has considered the possibility that the culprit made two turns.
Huh?
What? The fuck's two? As we established before, the culprit made a turn in front of me, so they pushed me towards the right. Then, what if the culprit also made a turn when they pushed the Tengu? You mean... Think about it. The culprit left behind a handprint on both me and the Tengu. If I were pushed hard enough to fall to the floor, that Tengu may have been pushed with even greater force. If we take that into consideration, the culprit used such force to turn where I was, so it's highly possible they also made a turn passing the Tengu. And if that's truly what happened, the culprit came from the east entrance.
I told you that.
You say you didn't want to pick Momiji when she was at the south end, or when I told you she was at the east. So
I know, because like I don't want to like I'm like she would know if she did it. So
yeah,
but
she
seems
is
a little flaky here. But whatever.
Momiji's gonna have some explaining to do if it is her. Definitely.
Yes.
What? Exactly, Momiji Inabashiri. What the fuck were you doing?
Yes.
As someone moving around in the darkness, you are the prime suspect. You... Impossible! I would never do such a thing. I thought you just wanted the prime suspect. Well, there you go. Fuck you. Ridiculous. What proof do you have? No, that's not the right question. As you had just said, according to the principle of Gensokyo, and taking these turns into account, you have become the prime suspect. So the question is, what proof do you have?
In your face.
But I would never do that on purpose. I'm sorry, is that proof?
Yeah.
Tell us your reason then. I won't lose. I'm not gonna lose to you.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm epic, actually. I'm not the culprit. Right,
Better press that.
They all say that. Lock her away, boys.
Yep.
But I'm not the culprit. Throwing a tantrum here isn't going to help you. It just makes you look all the more suspicious. I don't care. I say I'm innocent, so I'm innocent.
It's not the way it works in Gensokyo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or in real
lady.
life, actually.
Yes.
She's getting worked up. I guess arguing with her won't net me any useful information. I'll have to break through her defenses with the evidence I have on hand. Why would I do such a thing? You said Aya Shimemura had no reason to, so the same applies to me. Why did you bump into me and the Tengu? How would I know? Wait, no, I never did anything like that. And she slips up just like that. Seriously? Why did she say that when she slipped up, though? How would I know? Almost sounds like she didn't know what she was doing. What on earth is she thinking? That the culprit came from the east entrance is nothing more than a guess. A guess it may be, but it's still a reasonable deduction. You... Stop trying to scare me with words like deduction. I don't even know what that word means. Oh.
Yeah, you're just conflating stuff, and I don't know what that means either.
Yeah. Conflating, inflating, deflating. It's all ing to me.
It's all flating.
Yeah. What? But isn't that exactly what I'm here for?
Inflating, deflating. What about... Is there a flating?
I don't know. I think flating would just be shorthand for inflating, right?
No, that inflating's inflating. Deflating's deflating. What is flating?
I don't know. It's when you put a fish on a plate. It's flating.
That's filleting.
No, that's when you put a fish on a grill.
Go on, Yomu.
All right. To find the true culprit, regardless of how inconceivable it may be. Is that something you can wrap your head around? So you are trying to scare me. Nope, she can't wrap her head around it. I absolutely refuse to believe that. I'll use my logic to make you believe it then. I didn't move an inch in the darkness. Girl.
Okay.
What? You didn't move an inch. How did you subdue Aya at the south entrance then? Well, at least try to make your lies believable. But I didn't, okay, you're right, I did move. But only to the south entrance to arrest the intruder. I didn't touch anyone else. Pen that to your testimony then. Fine.
She's the worst witness ever. She's been caught in so many lies.
Alright,
many lies.
I didn't subdue
anyone. This is the one that
Aya.
lied in the last time.
No, no, she didn't. Wait, did she lie in the last case? Oh, she did. Yeah, you're right.
She did. She
right.
lied repeatedly in the last case.
Okay, well, this is probably what we accuse her for. She didn't touch anyone aside from Aya. What do we have to prove otherwise?
Interior diagram,
We
bloody
have
bookshelf.
a lot of shit, actually. Bloody footprints, sealing blood. There's shoulder handprint. There's another shoulder handprint. There's sweating when the tanker rushed.
Through the east entrance.
Nothing out of the ordinary was investigated.
Well, we'll do the wet handprints, and then we'll back it up with the wet shoulder prints. Oh, her.
This one?
Yep.
This can prove you wrong. We used this one last time.
Oh, well then we should do that she was sweating.
Okay. Present. Snee. What is it?
Oh, excuse me. Mm.
I wasn't ready for. It was like the audio on that sneeze got cut out a lot, so it was like. Yeah.
All right, I'm better now.
Allow me to ask you a question. Do you have a cold?
No. At the time, I was not.
Well, at the time, were you sweating all over? That's a common symptom of having a cold.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay.
You're getting more
I'm better
suspicious
now.
by the moment.
I'm not.
I
I'm not. I swear I don't have a cold.
I don't know what you're talking about. Your face is all red and shit. She's got like a snot pouring out of her nose. I recall you were rather tired. You could barely utter a complete sentence. Obviously, thanks to you people. You try carrying a Tengu up a mountain and immediately running back. Coincidentally, Sanai-san also mentioned seeing you like that when she was at the library, so it's probably correct. Sanai, what are you trying to do? I've been wondering, how exactly did the handprint get on me and the Tengu? It goes without saying, the answer is because the culprit's hands were wet at the time. But why were they wet? Do you know why, Momiji-san? Because... Exactly. The culprit's hands were not very wet for one and one reason only. The culprit's body had been completely soaked with sweat. That's not possible. Even if I was sweating heavily, how could I be sure my hands were wet? What if they were dry? Sweat from the hand does dry pretty easily. Fair enough. If it were just sweat from your hands, they wouldn't be that wet in the first place. What if it weren't just sweat? I don't follow. Don't worry, I don't expect you to. You said it. You said it yourself. Before entering the library, you carried another patrol Tengu up the mountain, and that Tengu was covered in head to toe in sweat. For your information, that it wasn't sweat at all. It was actually water. In addition to sweating bullets, you also had the water from the other Tengu on you. That's more than enough to leave behind a wet handprint on me and the Tengu. Momiji, we have proven Momiji is a suspect.
The only innocent person probably there.
Yeah. So, Momiji-san, do you have anything to say for yourself? It's not possible. I don't believe you. You can't believe what you did yourself? It's...
Another moment, my dear.
Seija Kijin, you meddling kid.
Here to mess up your day. Apologies for the interrupting you a second time. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not saying at all. I'm not sorry at all.
Yeah.
Things wouldn't be fun without me butting in. Wouldn't you agree?
I disagree. What is it you want to say?
You know, if there's one thing I hate in shows, it's ending with loose ends. There's always those directors who fancy themselves smart by leaving things unexplained when the credits roll. What terrible people they are, leaving us viewers on the edge.
You're saying there's still unanswered questions?
Sharp as ever, little Yomu. Your logic was very interesting to watch, but there's one important piece missing. If you leave this question unanswered, the case can't be considered resolved.
The question being?
If what you're saying is true, and Momiji-san dashed through and pushed you in the Tengu, ending up at the bookshelf to the left, for what reason did she do it? You said yourself Aya-san had no reason to do such a thing, so what reason did Momiji-san have? I wonder, what could be the motive behind this incident?
Yeah, I have no reason to do such a thing. Lies. It's all lies.
Maybe it was to stop Yomu-san and the others from escaping. The three of you had 3 ways to escape: the west, the south, and the east. There were already Tengu blocking the west and south, and me and Momiji-san were at the east. Why would Momiji-san run all the way to the south? But she did. Also, the culprit who violently pushed away one of the Tengu. Why would Momiji-san do that? Why would that stop you from escaping somehow?
And she was like, let me handle this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm innocent. That's the truth.
Yomu-san?
What just happened? I wasn't paying attention. I just hit a roadblock out of nowhere. The reason Momiji-san pushed me and the Tengu, does that even exist? Or is the culprit truly not Momiji-san? But that's not possible. Momiji-san is the only one who could be the culprit. Everything makes sense there, yet the motive is still blank. In the darkness, why would Momiji-san act like that?
Don't tell me you can't think of anything, Lil Yomu.
What could be the reason? Momiji-san's motive. You see, it's all nonsense in the end. I didn't do anything. Seija-san, thank you.
Lil Yomu, want a hint?
Seija just wants
Oh,
fucking
gosh.
chaos. What?
Yes, she does. She does not care.
Huh? What? The fuck?
If you already know you're at the dead end, stop trying to continue down that road. Reverse your train of thought, my dear.
I love reverse. Reverse.
Don't think along the lines of why would Miji-san do such a thing? Reverse it. Why would such a thing happen to Momiji-san?
Why would such a thing happen to Momiji-san?
Think about what happened in the dark, and then think about how you can link that to what happened to Momiji-san.
What
Why
happened
didn't you
in
just
the
tell
dark?
us?
Because she loves being obtuse. In the dark, when everything was in total chaos, Momiji-san dashed into the south entrance, knocking over the Tengu blocking the path. Then she dashed towards me, pushed me over, and then made a left turn towards a location none of us were in. When you think about it, the culprit's actions seemed very erratic. Running in the darkness, making a bunch of turns, pushing over both Tengu and intruders. If this was planned, there wouldn't be a need for such erratic violence. If it weren't planned, there's no rhyme or reason to the culprit's actions either. Thinking about it, I can't imagine anyone in the library doing that in a normal state of mind. It's just a guess, but is it possible the culprit was in an abnormal state of mind? Is Momiji fucking insane?
Yes.
If I follow that train of thought, abnormal state of mind, state of mind, state of mind, mind, state of the mind, of the mental, of the mind. Oh, fuck. It can't be. There's no way.
Thought of something, little Yomu? Yomu-san?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh my gosh.
What? Or its other name, Ursus. No, I don't mean the name. I was asking about what that is. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. When a person is exposed to strong mental stimulation, their nervous system is damaged. A condition where, when they encounter similar situations in the future, they will act unconsciously for a short amount of time. What does that have to do with this?
Yomu-san, are you saying
Yes.
Momichi's insane?
Yeah. Momiji-san may have had a little bit of an emotional breakdown over the death of her partner from a year ago. Believe it or not.
Get over it, Momiji.
Yeah. What kind of joke is that? Are you saying I'm mentally ill? 1 year ago, right in the darkness of this very library, you discovered your partner's dead body. This incident affected you so much when you heard a noise from the east entrance a few days ago. You unconsciously and unquestioningly rushed to the east entrance. In fact, I was worried that an average person would be more on guard and can see through our plan. But you, Momiji-san, were traumatized.
Huh?
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, just let it go. Yeah. Help yourself by not saying anything.
After that, when the library's lights went out, the pitch-black library made you relive discovering the body 1 year ago, triggering your condition. So, losing consciousness for a brief period, you began to make erratic movements, bumping into me and the Tengu, stumbling through the library.
My God.
Yeah, what are we going to do with her? This isn't funny. Stop joking around. I'm not joking. I recall every time we mention your actions in the library, you keep mincing your words. And when the lights are switched back on, you also seem pretty out of it.
I guess.
I got you. Don't move. Is it not because you had just recovered from being unconscious? I did pretty well for just recovering. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I didn't. Stop saying such nonsense. Did you really not? Can you truly recount what happened while the lights were out? Do you or do you not remember what you did in the dark, Momiji-san? Do you remember or do you not remember? God damn, Yomu, please.
Wow.
The library... As hard as you can, Momiji-san. What did you do? He grabs her shoulders, just, did you murder her?
What did you do?
Where are the drugs? The library... Fucking...
Oh, she's about to go into another PTSD moment.
Yes, library.
Yes, she's lost it.
Yeah, she's not doing that well. We'll be back in 5 when Momiji calms down. God, get over it, Momiji. Stop having PTSD.
I know.
And instead, try Sunny D. the much better alternative.
Wow.
That
stuff is horrible, by the way.
Hey, well, it's better than PTSD. Make that their slogan.
Yep, you can definitely, exactly.
Make that the new slogan.
Sunny D, better than PTSD.
That's what happened.
I never expected it to end like that.
Momiji Inabashiri passed out. She still hasn't woken up. We can't ask her what she did at the time, but I doubt we'll get any answers out of her anyways. Kind of fucked up.
Wow. How unfortunate.
It's just as you say, Kidoji-san. The phantoms of what happened in that library have affected far too many people. Yes, but something just occurred to me. What is it? According to what you just said, Miss Momiji did what she did due to recalling the case from 1 year ago. But where she went after bumping into 2 people is concerning. Where she went to?
Yeah, exactly. It's not by where anyone was. I don't even understand. Why would the culprit, even if it was Momiji, go that way?
Yeah.
Like that's nowhere near where it is.
Yeah, I think we still got some shit to cover here. Indeed. The location Miss Momiji went to. That location is... That's you?
Isn't that place where the murder truly took place 1 year ago?
What's up with that?
Oh, okay. I thought it was, so we were on the same aisle where the body was found. I thought we were like one below where the body was found.
No. So the body was found one below where we were, but where the murder took place was one above where the body was found, which is where we were standing.
So, okay, yeah, I didn't realize we were that high up. So I thought we were one down. Okay.
Miss Momiji, recalling the case from 1 year ago, unconsciously headed toward the true site of the murder. But didn't we find out from the bloodstain didn't we only find that out from the bloodstain only a few days ago? I really like the word only.
Yes.
How did Momiji Inabashiri know about it? Perhaps Miss Momiji wasn't heading anywhere in particular, and this is simply a coincidence. Thank God this worked out in our favor.
Yeah. Or perhaps she knew about it all along and unconsciously went there when her condition acted up. But why?
It's possible that. Yomu Tampakusima. Are you here to tell us to hurry? Is there a need to rush? It's barely noon. No. I'm here to relay new orders from the Daitangu. Lock up Ashmimaru. What? Excuse me. Furthermore, the Daitangu has decided that Seija Kijin-sama will be your opponent, Yomu Kampaku-sama. This is all. The Daitangu is excited to see the rest of your brilliant performance. Excited? This is
Why
only
did they
on
lock up Aya?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember. They just... What the hell? That's seriously unreasonable. She's my moral support.
I suppose it's because Miss Momiji became the culprit. They didn't expect the cause of the trouble to be one of their own. Thinking they'd lose face, they're doing this as a show of force.
What a joke. How old is this Daitangu to be throwing tantrums like this? You can't say that either. The Daitangu has to consider what the rest of the Tengu will think. The bigger the group, the easier it is for simple matters to have an effect, creating a power one simply can't overlook. Even so, this is too...
That's enough. There's no use crying over spilled milk. This is how it has to be for now.
Yeah, you get to do the cool murder investigation. We'll sit in jail like a couple losers. It's fine.
With dumb Aya.
Yeah. So I have to deal with Seija-san myself. The matter from a few days ago has been resolved, but solving the case from 1 year ago could prove more difficult. You have to focus, Miss Yomu. Right, I got it. Not to mention it's Seija Kijin. But Seija-san doesn't seem to be the villain I took her for. She's very smart, and she might even be willing to lend me a hand.
I don't know about that.
All in all, I'll definitely do my best.
Yep, Yomu-san, I'm sure you'll be fine even without me at your side. Come back victorious.
It's a rough road ahead, but as long as you remain firm and stay calm, you will reach the truth eventually, Miss Yomu. Believe in yourself. Yes, I promise I'll succeed.
I only have 2 things to tell you, Yomu.
What is it?
Your dress, it looks horrible. And your makeup, it's all wrong.
And 2, fuck you.
No. First, I believe in you. Not because of your actions in the past few days, but because you are Yomu.
Thanks. Jeez.
Yes. So don't give up no matter what, okay? Even if not for me, do it for Renko.
Of course.
As for the second matter, I'm not sure right now, so I can't tell you.
Yeah,
What?
If only somebody would fucking cooperate.
Trust me, when we meet again, I promise you, I'll give you this important piece of information. For Renko, I'll do my best too.
I understand. Alright, here I go. Just face plants.
That's kind of shitty. Like, I got 2 pieces of information for you. 1, this. And then 2, yeah, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll tell you later.
Something later.
So, yeah, if you prove I'm not a murderer, I'll tell you the secret.
Yeah, I'll tell you the secret of how to win this case, and then you'll feel really stupid that you didn't solve it like that sooner. The remainder of my 1-day deadline. Inside the library, along with Seija Kijin, I'll banish the phantoms from 1 year ago. And put everything to rest once and for all. Save the game.
Yes. Was that the right answer?
No. We're soft block now.
I thought we were on the logic fail.
Logic chess.
Alright. Now we don't have Aya.
Hey, but we got a better black-haired friend. She even has cool white and red mix into it. Yeah. She's cool. Look at the great conversation.
Why the grave atmosphere? This is more awkward than attending an inchling banquet and crushing the table the moment you start eating, my dear.
That's
Boy, that is pretty embarrassing. That
quite
is pretty embarrassing.
the analogy, especially considering that a fucking inchling got murdered recently, but, let's not dwell on
We don't
that.
talk about that. That's, yeah.
In any case, Seija-san, we'll be working together for the rest of the day.
Heh. Looking forward to it. So, does this little smart little Yomu have anything to get the ball rolling? My memory is quite rusty, you see. I may even forget how to breathe if no one reminds me.
What the fuck? I don't think you can forget that. So,
No.
regarding the case 1 year ago at 6 a.m.
Nah, we could skip that part.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. We don't need it.
Tengu were very insistent that I remember random details like that. Get to the point, little Yomu. The killer's identity. Any ideas, little Yomu?
Well, not too long ago, we did discover a new suspect.
Oh?
It's related to what we figured out this morning.
Ah, I get it. A Tengu killed a Tengu. Imagine the headlines.
I mean, that's gotta have happened before.
But it is truly as you say, then the true site of the murder is that bookshelf over there.
It is. A new discovery made thanks to Kita Oji-san's bloodstain test. We discovered large traces of blood there. We also found traces of the body being dragged to where it was found.
Which is why the murderer took place over there. Ah, most logical deduction. And when Momiji-san's condition acted up a few days ago, she unconsciously moved to the location only the killer could have known. So you suspect Momiji-san of being the killer?
Yes, although only tentatively.
Tentatively? Have some more confidence, would you?
Huh?
If Momiji-san were the killer, it'd clear up quite a lot of mystery surrounding the case. How did the killer get through the library's barrier? Momiji-san had 2 talismans. Even if one was stolen, she still could get through the barrier when she wanted, such as to murder someone. What gave the killer the opportunity to commit the crime? Momiji-san and the victim were both standing guard at respective entrances. There are witness testimonies, but she still had many opportunities. Before Aya-san came, after Aya-san left, and before Sanai-san came. It's completely possible for her to have committed the murder within these time frames. What are the 2 sounds she heard coming from the library? If Momiji-san is the killer, I'd be willing to bet that's fake testimony made to confuse everyone. After all, she's the only one who claimed to have heard the sounds. Sanai-san, who was right beside her, has 0 recollection of the fact. Can we be sure Momiji-san's telling the truth?
It's true. That answers a lot of questions.
Okay, case solved. Killer is Momiji Inabashi.
Alright, good stream. We got it.
Alright, let's go. Done.
Easiest game.
Or is she?
Ah, fuck.
Oh. I knew you were satisfied with that answer.
It does answer a lot of questions, but there are just as many questions unanswered.
Such as motive. Why would Momiji-san kill her partner during her shift?
Perhaps they had some differences.
If that's the reason, why not kill her some other time? Why specifically kill her in the library while on duty? Why get herself into all this trouble? Doesn't she know it would just make the incident bigger and make it easier for her to become a suspect?
Perhaps something happened that day that worsened the situation and Momiji-san killed her without thinking.
Well, I can't say that's not possible. But getting to the bottom of that means looking into Momiji-san and the victim's past. From where are you going to get the time, little Yomu?
I
say we focus on what we know for now. First, if Momiji-san is the culprit, then this should be the sequence of events. While no one is around, Momiji-san enters the library using the remaining talisman she has on her. The victim, also enters the library, likely the same way Momiji-san did, who entered first. We don't know. But we do know the two ran into each other inside the library. Inside the library, Momiji-san attacks and kills the victim and the aforementioned bookshelf.
She killed the bookshelf?
Then yep, totally. Bookshelf's dead.
No!
Then Momiji-san drags the body to where it was found, takes the book that was found at the shrine, and leaves. Outside, Momiji-san cleans up any visible traces of the act and continues standing guard in the east entrance. Finally, she enters the library pretending to look for the victim. To her surprise, she catches Aya-san in there. So she guides Aya-san to the victim's body, fakes being shocked, and reports the crime. This is what should have happened if Momiji-san is the killer. Any issues?
A lot, indeed. There are still a couple oddities.
Okay, I hear you. Let's go down the list. Momiji-san attacked and killed the victim. Is there anything wrong with this statement?
What would be wrong with the statement? Blood trail? When the body was dragged.
Well, no, her killing it, so... The,
Footprints discovered.
Stealing bloodstain.
Stealing bloodstain.
Nah.
This item means nothing. Let's go over it again.
Okay, so if Momiji attacked and killed, then what?
Seija,
then
Sinai, shoulder. Okay, but this is all stuff relating to then. Spot at the top, a messy bookshelf where it was made or left by a right hand cannot be determined. This is bloodless bookshelf. This is bloody bookshelf. Interior design. Autopsy.
The victim suffered collision to the front and back of the head. Right thumb is crushed, and the blow to the front was fatal. Death was instant. I don't know. I have no idea. Keep going.
Photograph of the body.
Photograph.
Taken by Aya. And then... Picture discovered. Appeared over Raymond Hawkray's book. And note underneath the victim. I think I remember what it is.
Go for it. I'm lost.
Okay. So it's... I'm pretty sure it was Blood Trail. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought it was related to maybe the footprints. Footprints.
Yeah. Yeah. Bloody footprints.
No. Let me actually save.
Okay. Yeah, we did save, but I don't know when.
The last time the game asked.
If it were true, then attacked and killed the victim. Is there anything wrong with attacked? And
probably.
Killed the victim?
Hold on. So, suffered collisions to the front and back of the head. Thumb is crushed.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, here we go. Yes, it's very strange. If Momiji-san is the killer, no matter how you look at it, she should have used a more effective means to her end. That is, her sword. Momiji-san is an armed patrol tengu. She constantly carries a sword around, and that day was no exception. It's not like she's the only person with a sword. If she wanted to kill the victim, the most logical way to go about it would be with her sword. But the autopsy report states the victim only suffered blunt force trauma and crushing injuries. It seems more like she was killed with bare hands. Not a single injury from a sword. If Momiji-san were the killer, wouldn't that be extremely strange?
Quite right. That lacks an explanation. If I were in her shoes, I wouldn't leave my tools hanging around like that. However, this doesn't prove she isn't the killer either. Perhaps she was in a panic. Or perhaps the victim managed to disarm her. The cat tried to join our session.
Was it successful?
She did move the mouse around a little bit, but no.
Yeah, that's all
we're
she
good.
did.
That's all she did. No, you can't jump on the laptop.
God, I've had to deal with fucking Fred meowing at me all day. Like he owns my room. You can hear the cat shot in the fucking mic.
Why does she not get blocked, but I get blocked when I try to say anything in a high-pitched voice?
Yeah, the mic just hates you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Or perhaps she didn't bring her sword with her for some reason. That alone is not enough to clear Momiji-san's name. Let's continue. Momiji-san left the library after dragging the body. Is there anything wrong with this statement?
Oh, wait. Turned off after dragging the body.
I think it's going to have to be the, I don't think she would have time to clean it up.
What would we present to prove that?
Okay, if she dragged the body, let's see, bloody bookshelf, bloodless bookshelf, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing the photograph?
Would it be the... we can try the photograph. Where the fuck was that again? There we go. Nothing.
Silence means nothing.
Okay. So...
Okay.
Momiji-san left the library after dragging the body. The problem is that she'd have fucking blood all over her.
Well, I know, but there's nothing says that.
Maybe blood.
Let's see. Wait. Let's go to Sanai's testimony. Maybe is that an option?
Sanai's testimony is from today, though. This is concerning a year ago.
Yeah. Okay, scroll down. There's nothing down lower.
Seija's testimony when she
Found
invested.
nothing out of the ordinary when she invested the library. Ceiling blood stain, bloody footprints. Go with that.
Yes. This is also very strange. If she left after dragging the body, the footprints at the south entrance should be hers. Oh, right, but she wears gaita. Right. I forgot about that. That's what we discussed with Aya, is that because all the Tengu wear gaita, which are like slats, essentially, or stilts.
Yeah. What footprints? Yeah, she doesn't know about that.
Yeah. You can't see it now, but we found clear traces of bloody footprints here a few days prior. From where the body was found all the way to the south entrance, we should be able to assume they were left by the killer.
One thing, it is not possible that they were left there by other people. Is it not possible they were left there by other people during some other time? Such as when Momiji-san and Aya-san were leaving the library after discovering the body?
That is very unlikely. Aya and Momiji-san found the body at the same time. They were about the same distance from the body, so if one of them had gotten blood on their shoes, surely the other person would have too. Under such circumstances, there should be two sets of footprints, or one clear set and one unclear set. But the results show that there is only one very complete set of footprints. The possibility of it being left where the body was found is very low.
I see. Okay, I can concur.
In that case, this would be very strange. Tengu wear single-tooth gaita, wooden sandals with a very small piece of wood underneath used for navigating mountain paths. If those footprints were Momiji-san's, there would never be solid footprints like these.
True, Momiji-san was wearing those outlandish shoes, too. Any footprint she leaves behind would probably be just a solid square.
Yeah, so these killers' footprints shouldn't belong to her. The odd method of attack and the odd footprints. Evidently, while she is a suspect, it's still very odd.
Exactly that, but at present, Momiji-san is still in the role of most suspicious.
You...
Please don't misunderstand. I don't tout something as drab as the principle of Gansokyo. What I mean is, this is not decisive evidence.
You're saying...
The killer drew blood, and the killer escaped. Doubt can be cast on what's been left behind, yet there is no evidence of Momiji-san's innocence. Could there be a decisive contradiction, evidence that clearly and undeniably separates Momiji-san and the killer? Only with a deductive backed by such decisive evidence will Momiji-san's name be cleared. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Present your third evidence, Lil Yomu. Absolve Momiji-san once and for all, my dear.
Decisive evidence or a contradiction which proves Momiji-san isn't the killer. Does such a thing even exist? No, if Momiji-san is innocent, then it must exist. My intuition tells me she definitely isn't the killer from 1 year ago, and I have no choice but to trust it. The deciding factor between Momiji-san and the killer, huh? For that, I need to look at the actions of the killer. The killer entered the library, killed the victim, who had also entered the library, moved the body, and then left the library. Left the library. What do you think, Miss Yomu? Was the killer still hiding in the... Oh, fuck. When the body was discovered, was the killer still hiding in the library? Oh, fuck. Oh,
No, if they weren't.
I didn't mean to hit no. Then this becomes a dead end. I need to assume the killer is hiding in the library. I hit X to make the whole text appear, and that ended up, like, not confirming it.
Yeah.
Momiji-san was outside the library at the time. There's no doubt about that. So if the killer had been... But do I have evidence? Evidence that can prove this?
Do you have the answer, Lil Yomu?
If the killer had been hiding inside the library, they must have left after the body was discovered. Can I prove this somehow? Do you have any evidence that can help me? Evidence regarding what happened when the body was discovered. Only one thing comes to mind. Perhaps that evidence contradicts something else. Something we've all overlooked.
So, any evidence which proves Momiji-san is definitely not the killer? Okay, so... into your diagram? Let's see what they got there. Alright, so bloodless bookshelf. Handprint. Bloody footprints. Ceiling bloodstain.
Yes,
It has to be the interior diagram. I know we used it before. But...
The interior diagram just proves to free exits. The entire room's airtight.
Okay.
I mean, we can
so
try it.
Let's see. Well,
I don't remember.
No, let's see. Let's see what else we got.
Says,
what proves that someone was still inside the building? Okay, go down.
Okay, and then ceiling bloodstain's the last.
Oh, yeah. What would I mean? Okay, ceiling bloodstain. Yeah, bloody handprints.
We haven't.
I mean, the only thing I think is that
in my mind,
she came. Yeah, I mean, which proves that they were still inside of the.
I think we're just trying to prove. Oh no, but I guess
that the killer was still inside the building. I mean, we can definitely prove that Momiji wasn't inside, but what can we prove? Let's do the blood trail.
Okay. No. Okay. Save. Regarding what happened. What happened when the body was discovered?
So, a picture of the body?
Oh, yeah. Wait. Photograph.
Photograph.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking of that one. Exactly. That's it. Something like.
Something you'd like to say, little Yomu?
Yes, and I'm taking your lines
After
to
I've
do
said
it.
my stuff? So,
This is a photo Aya took when the body was discovered. It's not very obvious, but if you squint your eyes, you can see a stretch of blood left of the bookshelf where the body is. However, when the autopsy was performed later, that trail of blood had disappeared. Aya and Momiji-san immediately went to report the crime after the body was found. Thereafter, reinforcements arrived to secure the scene and autopsy the corpse. If the killer wanted to remove those bloodstains, it must have been right after the two of them left.
I wouldn't be so sure. Perhaps the killer left before, but then remembered the trail of blood was still there, so they hid near the library. Then, when the two left, they immediately went in to clean up the blood.
That's not possible. Don't forget about the footprints. Those were left behind by the killer. Their feet were stained with large amounts of blood when they left the library. If those footprints were already there when Aya and Momiji-san entered the library, why are they so clean? As if they weren't disturbed at all. To keep in mind, the library's walkways are narrow. They can barely fit two people at once, and Aya and Momiji-san walk the same way as the killer. That would definitely have been the footprints you'd see That would definitely have disturbed the footprints. You'd see damaged footprints or a couple other random markings. Meaning, the culprit leaving before Aya and Momiji-san leaving is pretty much impossible. There's no denying that the killer was most likely hiding in the library when the body was discovered, or when Aya had entered the library. In that case, Momiji-san, who had been outside the library, is absolutely not the killer. The odd method of attack, the odd footprints, and now the completely different positions. With so many oddities, can you really say Momiji-san is the killer? Hello, admitted Gerpness. Oh, nice, you got your finals done.
Nice
Same.
reversal.
Yes.
What a surprise. You just spent all that time clearing the name of the culprit you caught this morning. I must say, that's quite the interesting reversal, my dear.
Listen, different crimes, different people. I suppose it's because I trust her.
Trust? You trust the person you convicted this exact morning?
Call it intuition. This case is one thing. Other cases are another thing altogether. I don't want to view every suspect with bias. A wrong deduction will harm an innocent person. That's something I can't forget. Though I will admit I'm not that confident myself.
Well, isn't this perfect, my dear? Your intuition is on the spot, little Yomu.
Not really. I just don't know who the fuck did it. Also, I'm not little.
Yeah.
We're like the same height.
Alright, let's stop the chit-chat here. Now, since Momiji-san isn't a suspect anymore, who else do we have in mind, my dear?
Well...
Allow me to give my 2 cents.
Yeah, because you have a lot of sense,
We know for certain that the culprit passed through the library's barrier. There were 3 people with a talisman that day. The victim, Momiji-san, and Aya-san. The victim is out of the question, and you just proved it's not Momiji-san. That leaves us with just Aya-san.
It's not Aya. Nobody was the killer, actually.
Yes.
She told me she's not the killer herself, and I'm inclined to believe her. This is my evidence.
That's shitty evidence.
Yeah.
So,
Gervis just
where
said,
the murderer told me he didn't do it. So it's perfect. So,
well, I believe it. Also, Gervis just said, I'm imagining Seija with Joker's voice.
Oh.
Wait, which one? Is it the fucking, I'm the Joker, baby? She told me she's not the, oh yeah, right.
Oh dear. What budding flowers.
Dark Knight. I actually don't know if I know that one. I don't know if I ever played Dark... Or no, I'm thinking of Arkham Asylum.
Oh, well, The Dark Knight was where, it was Heath Ledger who
Okay.
played it. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a really good movie.
I think I've heard impressions of that Joker voice.
Okay, little Yomu, you're the boss. Let's remove Aya-san from the equation too. And with that, we've eliminated everyone who had a talisman on them. So, if we're going down this route, we'll have to pick from those who could dispel the library's barrier.
Those who could dispel the library's barrier.
Well, I can't say her being a suspect is a surprise.
Does he really say, okay, the Batman? Not even okay, Batman? Sorry.
The Shrine Maiden herself, Reimu Hakare.
Reimu Hakare. It's true, she was the prime suspect in that trial 1 year ago. Using Sanai-san to distract Momiji-san, no known alibi, and she was the one who created the barrier in the first place.
I also heard a couple of things regarding this second trial. Never mind the fact that I wasn't allowed inside.
Yeah, don't ask how I got this information. I'm just goated.
And during the second trial, just as her guilt was about to be proven, a certain incident interrupted the trial.
Yeah.
Right until the end, Reimu Hakare's suspicion was never alleviated. Only the trial stopped.
That's true, but that's dumb. So we're gonna dismiss that. Is Reimu-san truly the killer? I don't recall there being any decisive evidence 1 year ago. Oh, he's also known for saying the Batman. Okay. I should watch that movie at some point. Just add that to the list.
You should watch the whole Dark Knight series. It is the best Batman. It ruined other Batmans for me.
It's so
a good
series. I thought it was just one film.
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, it ruined all other Batmans for me. It's just really well done.
Damn.
So,
I've never heard that as a compliment before, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no. It's definitely the best, the Dark Knight series.
Okay.
And
and there was what Kita Oji-san and Mary said a few days prior.
No decisive evidence. Does that stolen book not count?
Book?
Oh dear, little Yomu, you should be the last person to forget that. 1 year ago, a book stolen during the murder was later found at the Hakare Shrine. In fact, you were the one to bring that to court, little Yomu. Reimu Hakare must have been fuming back then.
That book. It was pretty fucking hilarious when I brought that in. Of course I didn't forget it. But seeing it reminds me of... No, I can't turn away from it now. Otherwise, I'm letting them down. What book was it? I'm still gonna blank on the name.
I don't really remember, but I think it was called A New Theory of Barriers, written by one Yanagi Gensakaru.
Gensaku. Jackie.
Judging from its name, I would assume it's a book related to barriers. I doubt it's a book either of us can understand, though.
Barriers, huh? That would sound like something the Hakare Shrine Maiden would be interested in. Good job! You did it.
It was originally in that bookshelf, you know. The one the victim was found leaning against. It was discovered because of a gap in the bloodstain. As far as I know, the Tengu repossessed it after the trial 1 year ago. No idea which corner they stuffed it in now. Ah, how sad, the Hakare Shrine Maiden returning empty-handed.
Stolen book. You know, the more I think about it, Yomu is kind of like the Batman of this game. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
She actually got the look.
Yeah, she has her bat gadgets, long sword and small sword.
Yes.
A book the Hakare Shrine Maiden could be interested in was stolen from the scene at the time of the murder. But I don't think that's just enough to prove Reimu-san is the killer.
Is it not? I feel the opportunity and means line up perfectly.
Opportunity and means?
Yes, if Reimu Hakare is the killer, many things start to make sense, my dear.
God, how how annoying is it to mod a fucking like? I mean, it's made an RPG maker, but like, I don't know. I feel like this would be annoying to mod. Maybe just because of the language barrier. Is that so?
Oh dear, it seems our opinions have diverged a tad bit, little Yomu.
BSA.
Yes, I will keep calling you little Yomu.
She will never stop.
Yeah, no objections to me speaking my mind.
Go ahead. Objection! Arkham Spirit Agency? Oh, that'd be cool.
Haha. Just
Alright.
Alfred, I think that Robin killed them.
Yeah.
So,
I bet. Who's Robin would be Aya, right?
yes.
Yeah. Batman and Robin, just Aya and Yomer just dressed up as Batman and Robin.
Aya.
No, it'd be because Yomu would be Batman.
Oh. Yomu.
Yeah, there we go.
Firstly, during the murder, Reimu Hakare was at the mountain. She even passed by the library.
Kompaku's too many syllables. No, I think Yomu fits up with Batman better. Remember Hakare was at the mountain?
According to Sanai-san's testimony 1 year ago, Reimu Hakare left around 6:30 a.m. and wasn't seen since. From then on, she had no alibi. It completely is possible for her to have passed by the library at this time. In fact, that was proven
during the trial. Sorry.
During the trial.
I thought we were farther along in the sentence. I was kind of zoning in and out. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
No one ever listens to me.
That's true. Nobody does listen to you.
Listen, little Christopher. This is not how this is going to play.
Reimu-san herself said she passed by the library in court, though she said that's all there was to it. Can I trust her word? I like that Seija's still not getting to speak. The word of the person who took Aku's life.
Without an alibi, she had the time all the time in the world to enter the library and commit the murder. Ergo, opportunity.
Ergo, I go right. Would Reimu-san really have an ample time to commit the crime?
Use that head of yours, little Yomu. Sanai-san and her both left at the same time. While Sanai-san and Momiji-san were having their game, she totally could have been at the library, too.
I'm so proud that you're actually getting these pronunciations right. Or at the very least, how I think they're right.
Yes. Well, it's taken a while, but using the opportunity to sneak into the library, does that not make perfect sense?
True. I can't deny that. Reimu-san had ample time to commit the murder. That shouldn't be wrong. Is there a contradiction that arises from that?
Plus, Reimu Hakare was the one who made the barrier. I'm sure getting past a barrier you made yourself would be a piece of cake.
Are you sure that's true?
When you need something done right, you do it yourself. You know the saying, don't you, little Yomu?
I don't think that's how you use that phrase.
It's how I used it.
God,
Let's assume Reimu Hakare made that barrier so strong not even she could forcefully break through it. Remind me again, how did you and your darling friends get into the library?
Well, we used the talisman.
And where did you acquire said talisman?
We all know the phrase, don't you click, Batman? what is that? What? I don't get the reference. Okay. The Hakare Shrine. Wait.
See, you get it too, little Yomu.
Gosh, really is
the Tengu get their talismans from Reimu Hakare. So it's only natural she's been sitting on a big pile of them herself.
I'm gonna try to. All right.
Your own little group proved this a few days ago, you know.
I mean, for the thumbnail of this VOD, I'm literally just gonna try, like, Jokerifying Seija as much as I can.
Just putting some, like, just go into paint and put on some, like, some crazy, like, lipstick on her, like Joker's,
You might draw her as the Joker. That'd be fucking great. I would love if you did that. I'd love to fucking see it.
Sweet.
I can't counter at all. To be fair, I say I'll make her as the Joker. It's gonna be very scuffed. I'll probably give her a clown nose or some shit.
Not the Joker.
Close
all
enough.
The talisman holders have been cleared of suspicion, then she's the only one left who can get through the barrier. Ergo means.
You really like the word ergo.
Ergo, I do.
Even so, we can't be sure that they were the only ones who had a talisman. You're currently working or something?
Yes, of course.
You can do it as soon as you're done with that one? Nice. That'd be funny.
And you're going to prove the existence of this person. How exactly?
Well,
I suggest focusing on things you do know, okay?
Okay, alright, you got me. Another person having a talisman. I can't say there isn't the possibility, but proving that right now would be too tall an order.
And with the book as her motive, our little shrine maiden fits the bill perfectly, my dear.
Her motive was the book?
Think of it like this. Reimu Hakare wanted the book, but she couldn't get her hands on it. Thus, she decided to break into the library. While searching through the library, she alerted the guard at the south entrance and was caught. So in order to cover up her crimes, she takes one look at the victim and pop goes the weasel.
Oh god, that's one hell of a way to describe murder. The victim was killed.
Yeah.
Well, Reimu
think about all those poor weasels.
Yeah, it's like no weasels were harmed in the making of this game.
Yes.
Well,
multiple Tengu died. Well, yeah, multiple Tengu died, but no weasels were harmed.
Hey, listen, that's all we care about.
Oh my gosh.
That's so Joker. Oh, Seija is just the Joker. She's saying all the lines.
The book was stolen and later found at the Hakare Shrine. The only picture that's the only picture it points.
It points.
It paints a point. Points a paint.
We're both doing a great job at reading tonight.
Oh yeah, I definitely say word be good for us.
We're both very gooder at word speak than other people, I find.
Oh yes, indeed.
In that case, did she or did she not find the book before she was found, that is?
Oh, now that's an interesting question. Generally speaking, not having found it seems more likely.
But she shouldn't have had the chance to search for it after the murder. She needed to manipulate the body, clean up the bloodstains, and so on. She was so pressed for time that she hadn't even left by the point Aya entered. Doesn't exactly sound like she would have time to go browsing the library.
So, generally speaking, she had already found it. From the fact that the book still went missing after the murder, I'd wager she did find the book before she was found, that is.
In other words, you're saying the victim... Wait, you're saying Reimu-san killed the victim where she found the book.
And with the book as her motive, our little shrine maiden fits the bill perfectly, my dear.
So I kind of been zoning in and out. Do you have any idea where we should...
Yeah, I think... And so... Yeah, I think she didn't find... The book was actually on the shelf after. So we have to go back to where she found... Probably back to her previous statement. But if the talisman... No, go next. Nope, next.
Found alibi.
Okay, nope, next. Nope, next.
That's the first one.
Okay, good. Keep going then. I'm gonna keep going down. That,
No,
nope, next.
no.
Firstly,
So
the murder.
Alright,
Next.
okay. Without an alibi,
Next.
plus Rimrockere was the one who made it.
Next.
If all talisman holders have been
Next.
cleared, okay. And with the book as her motive, our little shrine maiden fits the bill perfectly.
Oh, well, then we have to present that the book, there was missing bloodstains where the book was. If she had already killed her, so, there, bloodless.
Oh, wait, no, bloody bookshelf.
Bloody bookshelf, yes.
Wait, no, but that's not the one.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay. Nah. Because it doesn't mention the book not being there. It just mentions that it was a bloody bookshelf.
Oh, where's the one with the book missing?
Stolen book originally came from the bloody bookshelf. I mean, that might be it, although it's very on the nose. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, right. No. Wait, most of the books from
Most
the...
of-
Wait.
I guess, well,
Fuck.
we know that's where the blood,
Yeah.
where the body was killed, right?
Yeah, and then, so, right, no. So the book that was stolen from the bloody bookshelf isn't the book where the murder took
Yeah.
place.
Yep.
So, bloodless bookshelf?
Yeah, try it.
This
This can prove you wrong.
Well, I think Sanai's talismans aren't like they wouldn't work for Reimu's barriers. I think is the assumption here.
Okay, so then go up one. Let's see. If all the talisman holders have been cleared, she's the only one who can get through the barrier. Yeah. Okay. Next. Plus,
She made
Reimu
it.
was the one who made the barrier.
Yeah, that'd be easy.
Without her alibi, she had all the time in the world. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. That's true. Firstly, during the murder, I mean, the thing is that she wasn't killed. She didn't find the book already, because the person found the book after she drugged the body. So maybe it's the bloodstains.
Maybe on statement 5 or what
Yeah,
statement?
it definitely seems like. I mean, I have a problem with this one. Like, she basically, but I don't know what to prove it, because basically she's saying, hey, she found the book first.
Oh,
but-
cool.
Which one?
It was bloodstain. It was what you said. It was bloodstain on statement 5.
Yeah.
Hello, I cannot. Hello, AX Die 9.
All right,
I
hold on
probably
a second.
butchered that.
Don't do anything yet. Hold on.
Oh, and Dad's leaving. I can't believe this guy. Coke. Don't worry about it. Okay, thank you. Also, I love. For some reason, I read that as Kogasa, but no, you wrote Kogaya. Which is that actually how that? Oh no, yeah, Kaguya. No, it is written as Kaguya, not Kogaya. Is Kogaya a ship name for Kogasa and Aya, or Kogasa and Kaguya? I'll let you be the judge. It might be both. SM1 posted the link and now you're here. Wait, I feel like I should know who SM1 is. I hear SM, or I say SM1 and all I think is Super Mario 1.
Alright, let's roll.
Oh, you. Okay. You are. Okay.
Nice.
Indeed.
Alright.
Ah, fuck. I'm not clicked into the game. Indeed.
Little Yomu.
Oh, what? Wait. My brother in Christ stands for someone? What? Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm distracted right now. One could assume Reimu-san was discovering while searching for the book, hence the murder. But this line of thought contains a huge contradiction.
I'm all ears.
It's obvious. If Reimu-san was discovered while searching for the book, then the victim would have been killed near the bookshelf where the book was. In other words, where the body was discovered.
Yep.
Don't want a nation under a new... yeah, see here, username, don't want to be an American idiot. You can hear the sound of a stair. Oh, yes, we did all take for granted that was the murder occurred where the body was discovered. But now, we know that's not the case. The true site of the murder is a different bookshelf which had no bloodstains on it. That completely goes against what should be the case if Rei-Musan is the killer. Thus, proving that Rei-Musan is not the killer.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh.
Maybe Reimu Hakare fled the other direction when she was discovered, but her path was cut off at the true site of murder, so things escalated. Furthermore, killing the victim there makes no sense. We can only assume she went there after the fact. It's not like the book she was after was there.
Perhaps that book truly didn't have, or that bookshelf truly didn't have the book Rei-Musan wanted. But it could have been the book the killer wanted.
Oh?
There is, in fact, a book missing from that bookshelf. One no one knows about. A book titled Honest Man's Death, Volume 2.
Excuse me?
That's it. It was never revealed who took it out. But I was informed that one of the books on that bookshelf had been missing ever since the murder. Isn't it possible that that book was the killer's true goal? And, if that's true, we know why the killer dragged the body to where it was found. To get blood on the book about barriers. Yeah, planted at the Hakare Shrine and used to frame Rei-Musan. What do you say? Don't you agree that this is completely within the realm of possibility?
You know, I did think about that. I'm like, if she was killed at a different bookshelf, then how did she get blood on the books since she wasn't there? So I'm thinking that the person splattered the book with blood.
Yeah, she just, like, picked up the blood of her hands, started, like, chucking it at the books, just, yeah.
It had to be something, because, like, if she wasn't killed there, how did the splatter get on there?
True. If we think of it like this, it explains why the killer would move the body like they did. I just love looking over a chat and seeing the subliminal mindfuck America. It's just so true. They killed the victim, dragged the body to the other bookshelf, cleaned up the blood, and made it look like that's where the murder occurred. All in order to make people notice the fact that the book on the barriers is missing, thus casting doubt on Rei-Musan. Otherwise, why go for all the trouble and the risk of being discovered by hiding inside the library and creating a fake crime scene? It's all to shift the blame onto someone else. That's what the killer was trying to do. Brain is fried. Yeah, no, I think both our frames are bride at this point.
I believe you're overlooking something, little Yomu.
What? What did I miss?
The truth. A fact that changes everything.
What is it? My middle finger.
A fact that proves Reimu Hakare is innocent.
Huh? Yeah, it's like, yeah, you overcomplicated this whole thing.
It's just as you said. If Reimu Hakare were discovered when she found the book, then the murder could have only taken place where it did because she fled there. We know for certain the victim entered via the south entrance, which leaves us two possibilities. One, the victim pursued Reimu Hakare from the east. In that situation, she would surely flee towards the unguarded south, and not the dead end that's the north. So, in this circumstance, Reimu Hakare would never run into the victim at the bookshelf. 2. The victim pursued Reimu Hakare from the south. In this situation, fleeing towards the north would be just trapping herself in a corner, so she most definitely would flee towards the east. And without knowing whether or not the east entrance is guarded, surely anyone would choose the south entrance, which they know is unguarded. Well, it depends on her intelligence too. Maybe she's dumb enough to flee towards the east. In any case, she definitely would not flee northward.
Damn, say you're just laying it on.
So, given the circumstance, Reimu Hakure would never run into the victim at the bookshelf where the victim was killed. And that's it. Reimu Hakure being the killer is not possible.
That Fumomoto is just flagged with Twitch's filter. Wait, really? I thought I know Becca added that. I thought they got it to work the first time they used it. I have no clue. Yes, that makes sense. But why are you the one telling me that?
Do you have a problem with that, little Yomu?
Well, yeah, kind of, actually. Weren't you the one who asserted that Reimu Hakure is the killer?
The one who accused the Shrine Maiden was the one to prove her innocence in the end. The most interesting reversal, no.
That's not what
I
I'm
love
talking.
reversals.
That's not what I'm talking about, and you know it. All right, just because you love DPing at a disadvantage doesn't mean you can use that as an excuse.
Yes, I can.
That's it? That's the reason? Oh, that's a bot. Kill the bot.
I gotta have fun somehow, dear.
Okay.
Well, that's not entirely true. I needed to open with a tiny test of your intelligence, little Yomu. How else am I supposed to know how sharp your mind is? From the results, I must say, you're half as smart as I imagined you to be, little Yomu.
Come on.
It can be neither, or both of those.
Crush.
Well, I say that about sums it up. Time to move on to the next topic. Now that Reimu Hakure is out of the question, who could the killer be, I wonder?
Suspects, huh? We've eliminated everyone who had a talisman and the creator of the barrier.
So with those people out of the question, who else who have gone through the barrier?
Oh wait, fuck, who has the name Krush? I think I should know this reference. That's...
I'll say what I said before. We have to pick from those who can dispel the barrier.
Aside from Reimu Hakure, someone who can dispel the library's barrier.
A fun fact, aside from the ancient yokai,
Yes.
barriers are the specialty of shrine maidens.
That's true. When the topic of people who would be interested in barriers came up, Reimu-san, the Shrine Maiden, was the first to come to mind.
With that in mind, since a shrine maiden created the barrier, it should also take a shrine maiden to dispel it.
Why are there no Minos emotes? To be fair, I'm not really the one who added the emotes. That was Nobeka. Nobeka just added a few that he thought were funny. It takes a Shrine Maiden to dispel it.
Is that not so? The Hakure Shrine Maiden's forte is maintaining the Great Barrier. Barrier, Shrine Maiden, same thing really.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, that's the only... Right, that Spinning Lily one was the only one I added specifically. Well, no, that and the other Lily Spin. But I didn't make the other Lily Spin. I made Lily Spin C, but I didn't make the original Lily Spin. Sorry. So from what we deduced that the person who broke through the barrier must also be a Shrine Maiden. What the fuck? I've never seen that Hina spin. That's great. Wouldn't that mean...
You follow me, little Yomu?
There's no way. Sanai Kochia. As the only Shrine Maiden against Sokyo that's not Reimu Hakure, she would have the ability to dispel the barrier. Hey, look, Gurfness, this is exactly what you were talking about. But, can it be her?
Can it not?
She shouldn't have had the opportunity to commit the murder. She finished her game of Reimu-san, then had her game of Momiji-san, then left immediately after, and Aya entered the library soon after that. I'm certain of it. She didn't have the time.
No, you're forgetting a tiny, tiny time frame.
What?
When Momiji-san stopped the game, Sanai-san left the east entrance first, out of everyone's sight. It was only after that did Momiji-san leave and Aya-san enter the library. Not a lot of time by any means, but if you're fast enough, you could loop around the west and enter from the south entrance.
But Momiji-san heard 2 sounds during the game. By then, the victim must have already been killed.
No one can prove that the killer made those sounds. What if the victim made them?
The victim?
Let me spell it out for you. The victim, for reasons unknown, enters the library. Sanai-san then enters from the south and runs into the victim. And in order to cover up her crimes, she silences the victim.
God damn, Sanai is fucking intense.
Yeah, that would explain why the killer would hide itself in the library. The murder occurred just a few minutes before Aya-san entered. The killer had no time to clean up the scene, so she was trapped there. After the 2 left, she hurriedly cleans up the bloodstains, steals the books on barriers as framing material, and leaves the scene.
There's no way that's possible. What
Yeah, that would be
fuck?
really tight.
Yeah.
But can you prove it's not possible?
Can you prove it?
Again, the opportunity and means line up too.
Opportunity and means again. God, what is with this evidence and bullshit?
Yes, little Yomu. Better put your mind to work, my dear.
Time to stab her with our mind. Clash.
Firstly, during the time of the murder, Sanai-san was right near the library. She even encouraged Momiji-san to go play Go while on duty.
She went near the library simply to play a game of Go because of Reimu-san's encouragement.
Who knows? Maybe that was true, only at first.
Huh?
Take it for example. She was just intending on playing a game, but after she left, she suddenly thought of a book she wanted from the library.
And she was like, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like committing some murder.
Mm-hmm. So she sneaks to the south entrance, realizes there's no one there, and goes in. Unfortunately for her, the victim was inside, so she gets caught red-handed. She panics, and pop goes the weasel.
Is that what happened? Yes, end of case, end of case.
Can you say that's not what happened?
Well, you're right. It's possible.
I jest. I didn't think you'd actually believe me, my dear.
What the fuck is your game?
Rather than dwell on that, why don't you focus on things you already know? After the game ended, there just so happened to be a chance for her to sneak into the library. Ergo, opportunity.
Would she really have managed to do it in such a short time frame?
From Momiji-san hearing the sounds and leaving to Aya-san's entering, it seems tight, but you could make it so as long as you hurry.
Why would she hurry?
How long does it take for you to run around the library, little Yomo?
About half a minute, I guess.
There, see, she had plenty of time.
She had 30 seconds to commit a murder.
How fast is she?
Guess that checks out. I mean, she's not particularly fast. I guess if she, like, spams some frogs in their face, they might explode in less than 30 seconds, but I don't know. Especially with the newer Toho games. She should have a pretty decent health pool. Wait, no, why are you using my speed? I'm the...
Just messing with you. I didn't think you'd ponder it for real, my dear.
Ponder.
We're just really messing with your head.
Hey, and, Yomu is self-proclaimed the fastest on land in Gensokyo.
Rather than dwell on that, why don't you focus on things you already know? Plus, Sanai-san is also one of Gensokyo's shrine maidens. She even had the power to rival Reimu Hakare in the past. Don't underestimate her.
Sanai-san had power to rival Reimu Hakare's? Yes, I just said that.
It wasn't long after your fight with Reimu, little Yomu, the Moria Shrine came to Gensokyo and declared war on the Hakare Shrine.
Wait. Yomu can run 80 miles per hour, or Sanai? Yeah, I guess it would be Yomu, huh? Yeah, if memory serves, Reimu-san beat the daylights out of everyone at that shrine. Except when I put it like that, they don't sound all that powerful.
That's because our little dear Shrine Maiden is prone to excessive violence. But even so, there are new faces that dare to challenge the de facto protector of Gensokyo. That alone should tell you they're not to be trifled with, no?
That's true.
In any case, we don't have the time to figure out how strong Sanai-san is. We can only guess. And for Sanai-san being the Shrine Maiden that she is, to have the power to break through barriers sounds like one very plausible guess.
Okay. Is there really no way I can refute that?
With her knowledge on barriers, breaking one is entirely within the realm of possibility. Ergo means.
Sanai-san broke the barrier? I thought she passed through it. Also, wait, where was it ever written that Ryomu can run at 80 miles per hour? Because I gotta read that. That sounds incredible.
Normally, if she could pass through the barrier as she pleased, that would probably mean the barrier may as well be a paper to her. If Sanai-san were that powerful, do you think Reimu Hakare would have had such an easy time wiping the floor with her?
That's a good point. Sanai-san broke the barrier. If that's really what happened, then the south entrance barrier should be gone. But wait, if that's the case, wouldn't someone's actions that day be worth paying attention to? Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing the book that went missing from the scene was her motive. I wonder what she needs that book for.
Actually, I think I might know what the answer is. Do you know it? I think this one's irrelevant, maybe. Or like this text
Okay.
box here is irrelevant.
Yeah, so let's go back to the evidence. Let's see what evidence we got.
Okay. So fucking present. Sigil and symbol, light switch, photograph, autopsy, interior, bloody, bloodless hand, blood, shoulder, Sini, Seija, and stolen book.
What's Sanai's testimony?
Sanai's was Momiji was sweating all over.
Oh
when the
yeah,
Tengu
no,
rushed.
yeah, no. That's the other trial.
Seija states that she found nothing out of the ordinary when she investigated a year ago. A stolen book from the library, found in Reimu Hakare's possession 1 year ago. Originally came from the bloody bookshelf. Picture discovered in the case. Undertale neutral.
Light switch?
Is that the name of it? Wait, light switch? The light switch
see.
for the library's lights. 2 in total.
Yeah, that wasn't even there a year ago.
Yes. There's the photograph
Autopsy
which we
report.
used. Severed collisions. Alright.
Go interior diagram.
There's free exits. The entire room's airtight.
Okay. It isn't bloody bookshelf or bloodless bookshelf.
I don't think so.
Handprint.
There's a handprint on the top of the bookshelf.
Blood trail. Bloody footprints would match, so that doesn't help us.
Yeah.
So, ceiling blood stain. That didn't help us. Shoulder handprint, that didn't help us. Shoulder water prints. Keep going.
Thought the human passed through the barrier. They broke it. So Sanai, Seija.
Oh, nothing was out of ordinary.
Yes.
Because if it...
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that was it.
This can prove you wrong.
You're an
Little year.
idiot.
Okay.
Hold on. With her knowledge on barriers, breaking was. I'm surprised that's not it. Okay, I guess we'll
I'm
keep
guessing
pressing.
that the book that went missing from the scene was her motive. I wonder what she needs that book for.
Honest Man's Death Volume 2. Are you familiar with that book, Seija-san?
I should be asking you that question, little Yomu. I only heard about that book a moment ago. If I were to guess, it's a storybook.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Could be a children's book. You never know. Is it a coincidence? Akyu-san also mentioned this book when researching that symbol, although hers was Volume 1. A book able to control others via super psyche. The butterfly's blood. Is that somehow related to this case? I'm not sure yet. Hopefully I can figure that out in the future. Hold on. So
we go up then?
So, yeah. So this is motive means... So she broke the barrier. She's also one of the Shrine Maidens. Don't underestimate her. Just so happened to be a chance for her to sneak in. During the time of the murder, Sanai-san was right near the library. She even encouraged Momiji-san to go play Go.
Okay.
The problem, so the one I wanted to try is incorrect. So I honestly have no idea where to go. It might.
All right, let's look at our present. Can we present people? Characters.
I don't think that helps us here though.
Well, let's just see. Central culprit. Oh, wait.
Where's Sanai? We don't have Sanai. She's not here.
Okay, well, let's look at Hido no Akiya.
That doesn't help us.
No, I just want to read Murder by the Shrine Maiden. Okay. Yukari. Mary.
Yeah, it's not here.
Momiji. We'll go to Momiji. Okay, yes, there we go. They still got. Try Momiji. Try it.
This can prove you wrong. Where do you want to try Momiji?
No, it would have been her getting into the south entrance.
Where the fuck did I even present it?
I thought you presented it at the right spot.
Oh wait. Plus Sanai-san is also. Oh wait. Did I present it on this one? No, but Momiji wouldn't have been there anyway because what she's saying is that she went there at the same time Momiji left and then Sanai rushed into the library before Momiji got there.
Yeah, but go up to the thing. Go up one. All right. Go to the next one.
After the game ended, there just so happened to be a chance. Plus, Sanai-san is also one against Tokyo's Shrine Maidens.
Go back to evidence.
Okay.
I mean characters.
It's not characters. I can already tell you this. It's not.
Because I thought this says, entered the library 1 year ago through the south entrance and discovered the body.
Wait. Oh.
Still guards the library today.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, you're probably fucking right. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, where did she say she entered from? Hold on. There was a chance for her to sneak in. Or no, did she? I think she did say she went in through the east, not the south. Yeah, Momiji.
Unless she said you went in through the south.
No, right, she would have, because Momiji was guarding the east.
Yeah, so you had to go in through the south.
No, wait, no, so is that description wrong then? Because Momiji was guarding the east. That's why they were playing at the bench from the entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but Momiji entered the south. Wait. I'm guessing the book went missing. I don't know what she needs that for.
No. Go to where with her knowledge. No.
With her knowledge? Bears?
No.
Okay.
Plus Gensokyo, where it showed after the game ended, just so happened to chance for her to sneak into the library.
Yeah, maybe it is Momiji. No. After the... Oh, nice. Plus, Sanai-san is also one of Gensokyo's Shrine Maiden. She even had the power to rival Reimu. With her knowledge... I feel like it has to be... I'm guessing the book that went missing was her motive.
Well, present the missing book. Stolen book.
Nope. With her knowledge on barriers, breaking one is entirely possible. What the fuck? Like, maybe I'm just jumping the gun. I tried this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I tried that.
Yeah, try it again. Just try it again on a different thing, though.
I tried it on statement 4, correct?
With her knowledge of the barriers. Yeah, the breaking the barriers.
My drawing Seija is very unique. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's better than my way of drawing Seija. I can tell you that much.
All right, so go up to where she said she could break the barrier. That was the motive.
Or this, or no, means opportunity. I'm guessing was her motive.
No.
Yeah, that
no, I'm
doesn't...
talking about where she says, "Hey, she's a shrine maiden. She can break the barrier."
It's also one of.
There.
It's also a shrine maiden.
Yeah.
I guess it would be statement 3.
Yeah, and then there you go.
Nope. I don't get it.
I feel like it's a person.
But how would it be a person? I get what you're saying, though, with Momiji entering from the south and then Sanai also going south wouldn't make sense.
No.
But I guess...
my big contention was that,
here, let's just...
she broke the barrier. Like, if she's so powerful, but she's not powerful enough, then she couldn't have broken the barrier.
Yeah. Well, like, the problem with breaking the barrier is that Seija said nothing was out of place.
Right. So it's probably that. We just got the wrong...
Or, wait, no, did Seija say the wait, no. No, because Seija said the barrier was already down when she investigated, didn't she? Didn't she say that?
I couldn't remember.
I don't remember either. But we know, because, okay, hold on. So, because the thing that, ergo means, right, pressing this, she broke the barrier. She could pass through it, but it was paper. She could have done it. That's a good point. If that's really what happened, the south entrance's barrier should be gone. But if that's the case... wouldn't someone's actions that day be worth paying attention to?
So go ahead and just press that with Sanai's testimony.
Sanai's testimony, though, isn't about a year ago.
I mean, Seija's.
I guess.
Seija's.
Okay. So, yeah, so we're on statement 4, and it's Seija's, which isn't correct. I think, actually, you may have been... Wait. No, you may have been right. Hold on. Check the... Wait. I think it's... So, it's statement 4, means... But we actually present Momiji. God fucking damn it.
See, I was right.
See,
that's the problem I had was the whole South. It's like it was just too... It was just, she went the same way. And so...
Okay, we got it. All right, well, let's read this, and then it's been 2 hours, so we'll get through this first. Indeed.
Right. Little Yomu.
One could assume Sanai-san broke the barrier and snuck into the library, but this line of thought, too, contains a huge contradiction.
I'm all ears.
Literally.
It's obvious. If Sanai-san had broken the barrier and entered the library, a certain someone would have noticed it. To be specific, Momiji-san, who went to search for the victim through the south door.
Yep.
And yet in her testimony 1 year ago, she claimed to have used the talisman to pass through that door. That means, when she entered the library, the south entrance's barrier was still there. Sanai-san couldn't have broken the barrier and entered the library at all, thus proving that Sanai-san isn't the killer.
I wouldn't be so sure. Maybe the incident was such a shock to Momiji-san that she forgot about it. You proved it this morning, didn't you? That whatever syndrome, it's completely possible for her to forget a small detail like that.
Oh, but you forget, she did not have PTSD yet.
Yes!
Perhaps due to her condition, we can't be entirely confident in Momiji-san's testimony. But what about you?
Now we could use her.
You talked about her with Mary a few days ago. 1 year prior, when you went to investigate the scene, you couldn't get in because of the barrier. That's right. You were careless enough that you wouldn't notice that the barrier was gone and ask for the Tengu's aid. Are you saying your memory is just as unreliable? What do you say? Don't you agree that it's impossible for Sanai-san to have broken the barrier and entered the library?
I think it was her anyway. It would have been way too tight of a time frame.
Yeah.
Just didn't have time.
It would have been very, very spur of the moment.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you want to call it here?
Yeah, we can pause it here.
Yeah.
So we will continue on this next time.
It wasn't Sanai. I hit the wrong button. Save. Alright.
Sanai can't be the killer.
Sanai can't be the killer. We proved it. It was not Sanai.
Okay, but all we're doing is proving everyone is not the killer, alright? So we still have no suspects. We keep eliminating suspects.
Hey,
so.
but eventually we'll find it. We'll find them eventually if we just get rid of everyone who isn't the killer.
Okay, sure. Let's go to the human village. We'll start just lining them up, and we'll start eliminating them. Well, first we'll start by accusing them, and then we'll eliminate them.
Yes, exactly.
So that's the fair way to do it. So you are the main suspect. Wait, I can prove you weren't the main suspect. Never mind. So,
Oh yeah. Also, Gerb is asking, why does Seija know so much about this case? She just kind of knows a lot in this game. She is what we call a know-it-all.
She did investigate it.
She did.
Yeah, she definitely is. She did investigate it a year ago.
Yeah, she was.
So Chirno, God help her dumb soul. It was the prosecutor, but really it was Seija that was doing all the investigating. So, yeah. But she couldn't officially be it because she didn't have a lawyer's badge. She never took the class.
She couldn't uselessly present her lawyer's badge in the middle of court and be like, I'm a lawyer.
Yes, so thus, but yeah, but
right.
She's the brains. Besides, she's the best. I'm thinking she could be the killer. So... yeah,
you might suspect her.
All
right. Well, that's gonna do it for this stream. Okay, next stream should actually be the end of case 4, meaning that we get to move on to the last case. I think. I hope.
Do we get to know who killed her? So, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. We shall see. Yes, we'll find out next time.
Seija could kill a lot of people. She has that power. All right.
Also, like, just that smirk alone could kill somebody. So, yeah, definitely.
She is the jonkler. All right. Well, thank you so much to everyone watching the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your time. Goodbye.
Right, bye.